If I asked you which set was more expensive when it was new, this set or this, would you be able to tell the difference? Well, if not, I'm going to teach you how. Stay tuned.
There's an old curiosity shop. Every once in a while I go by there for the fond recollections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
I don't know, something seems funny. I'm sitting in the parking lot of a thrift store that opens in 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes to 9, and there's nobody waiting except this one. Now, I think I might know why, but I'm not gonna say. Anyway, hey everybody, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop. Sorry for that really quiet beginning. Let's just go see what they've got. It's been a while since I've looked to see how much these open lace or old colony dinner plates sell for in pink. That's $5, and I don't know. I will look and see, but I just can't remember. That is a hen. No, what is that? Is that a dove? It's a bird. It's a boyd. It's a dirty bird on a nest. And is it Avon or something like that? I don't know. It's Avon, oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, you know, not that there's anything wrong with Avon, but I'm gonna pass on dirty Avon bird. That would be a good stage name. And right now, on stage, starring Dirty Avon Bird. Okay, now don't start calling me that. Everybody already calls me Irene, and if you don't know why, you'll have to dig back through the archives. Anyway, I'm going out of order. Let me back up here. Dirty Avon bird. There is a big okay. So far my camera action is a little wonky this morning, as you can see. These are pretty. This looks like a crystal. This looks like really nice glass. It's a little on the chunky side. It's not unattractive, it's just a little chunky. But you know what? No problem with that. This really, it's not got the weight of crystal, but it sure is nice and clear. That might not be that old. And this is cute, but it ain't my thing. So, and it's also $30. And it is, just because people are going to want to know, it's not that Floyd person. What does it say? Mercury? Mercy? Mercury's? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, it says made, I guess it says made in, I think it says made in China. All right, put that back. Lusterware. That's okay, but my gosh, they're tearing it up on the aisle behind me. I'm not sure what they're doing over there. Okay, let's just quickly take a look at a couple of things that are going to be familiar to you. There are two Pyrex bowls, and it's both of them. I need the big bowl. I don't need these little ones. Now that yellow one is in pretty good condition. This one is not bad, but you can see it's got a little bit of, yeah. It's $5 for the two of those, or $4.50 for the two of those. I'm just not going to buy those. We'll leave them. I know a Pyrex person will snatch them up. And there's the Normandy pattern steak plate or serving platter in the marigold. Now you know I don't need that, because my china closet last fall was absolutely overflowing with it. And this autumn season I'm going to decorate with something different. Instead of putting this in the china closet, I'm actually going to be using it as a tablescape. So just wanted to highlight those, but what I think I am gonna buy are these two English hobnails. They're definitely fire polished. You can run your hands over them and they are smooth, smooth, smooth. Cream and sugar footed, stemmed and footed. I don't think. All right, that one's $4, and that one is also so $8. I really need to write down, and this is the problem that I get when I start collecting patterns, is I start to forget what I've already got. And I really need to write it down so that when I'm out shopping, I'll know what I'm looking for. That's pretty under there too. I guess I'll take a look at it. Having said that, I don't think I have this particular cream and sugar. I might have the Anchor Hocking cream and sugar in the Miss America, which works, but you know, this is nicer because it's the Duncan and Miller, just a little higher quality. What was I going to look at? I was going to look at this thing. I don't think. Don't worry, I will put those back. Yeah, okay, that's just all right. Okay. I will put these back though. All right. So nothing to sell. I'm not really doing any Franciscan. I'm always curious just to look at the back stamps and see, okay, there's the old one. Now that's the one that the old timers want. That's the old Gladding and McBeam Company C oven safe. So that's that early California stamp, not the television set stamp from the 50s or the modern stamp from when this then was made. Wasn't it then made in England? Anyway, it's nice to see that that's the old stuff there. And when I buy it, I like to buy it with the old back stamp. Okay, la 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 la. That sure does look like Hocking. Look at that handle. So that's a nice old picture, probably Anchor Hocking. Put that back down. And those are pretty with that little sort of dogwood pattern. That's Libby. You can see the thing on the L on the bottom. All right, spin it around. Going through all the stems quickly. Nothing here in the stem department says buy me. So we'll keep shopping. Unsuccessful at my first store, which means I'm treating myself to a sausage, egg, and cheese. And then we'll head to number 2. Look at that cute little thing. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this away. And someday, when there's a new kitty cat at my house, he or she is going to be eating Fancy Feast. No, this would not really be good for a cat. This is smooth. They wouldn't cut themselves along that, but a cat, as you know, is a very finicky thing, and this just wouldn't work. Anyway, deep down inside it either says, and I have to really squint, it either says new cut, near cut, press cut. I think Imperial had marks that either said new cut or near cut. I'll have to go back and look. So there's that cute little thing. Look at this. I'm going to say that it is a footed fruit bowl rather than punch bowl. Now, it's always weird when you're looking, you can't tell the size. That is 12 inches across. If you want to say small punch bowl, go right ahead and say it. Usually punch bowls had a separate base and not an attached base. This base is attached, and I think it's just the right size as a nice center fruit bowl for the center of a dining table or that kind of thing. It's EAPG, so it's pressed glass, factory made pressed glass, and this would date anywhere from the 1880s, 1890s up to about, as late as the early 20s, but we're probably in that sort of 1912 era. The quality of the glass is nice. And the decoration is nice. It's typical, you know, decorated all over, but it doesn't have any damage on it. And I don't typically find fruit bowls with the that are footed with the little pedestal attached. So that's a nice one. Yeah. And then what thrilled me most, get back here, fruit bowl, be still. What thrilled me most was this. I looked down, and what did I see? Coming after me, I saw that. I knew the color was Depression era, Cambridge Fenton, blah, blah, blah. And of course, I felt that little ring, and I said, ooh, and you did too. That's the underpants to a cheese and cracker set. So the hunt begins. And boy, your boy was all over that store like Dora the Explorer. And what did I find about 5 aisles away? Priced separately. But when these come into a Goodwill, you know, if they come in a separate box, you know, people, you don't necessarily expect them to know to put these two together. It doesn't always happen that you find them, but alas, alack, they would have been separated forever. And yet, I found it. So I paid for that and that, but they are reunited again. And we have talked until there's nothing else to say. You all know what a cheese and cracker set is, certainly if you've been watching me. It's fire polished Depression era glass, good glass, department store glass of the elegant companies, and polished bottoms, unmarked, and beautiful for autumn season. It's always fun for me to put cheese and cracker sets back together again. That could be your hobby. I mean, that could keep you going for the rest of your life. Can you see me at age 95? You know, walking around. I'm not sure if I'll make that noise. But can you see me running around thrift shops trying to put cheese and crackers back together again? I love it. What am I going to do with this one? Keep it, sell it? No, I don't know. I'll think about it. But it is this beautiful, and the different companies had different names. They didn't just call this amber. You know, Heisey and Cambridge and Fostoria and all the other companies, they named their colors. That was wonderful to find that. I keep fiddling with these, but for pity's sake, I'm not going to buy them. Look, well, it's plastic. But I think it's funny. It's the sandwich pattern. See? And it's only $3.99 and there are 6 of them. I don't know what they are. Well, they're little plastic sandwich pattern trays in green. But what on earth? I mean, they're not for banana splits. Are they just little snack trays? I don't know what they were intended for. But it's just funny to me. I've never seen plastic sandwich. I suppose I could save them until Christmas time, and that might be cute to serve little individual cookies on, but good grief, I've got enough glass. Do I need to start buying plastic? No, I don't. All right, so I'm not going to. I have a couple things in the cart that I'll show you as soon as we get out to the truck. There's an old mug from the 60s or 70s, Quebec. And it might be federal, doesn't say on the bottom. What's the other one say? La Province de Quebec. I was in Quebec when I was a teenager. That was a long time ago. I actually preferred the city of Ottawa. It was a little more old world, I guess. But Quebec was lovely as well. Okay, Christmas and Halloween, nothing. So let's go get in the car, see what we got. $20 for a mahogany gate leg table. The top is a little rough, but it shows its age, don't we all? Tell you, this old wooden furniture, you just can't beat it. And this is every bit of 100 years old. Get out here, fly. I don't need it. But I'll tell you what, if I was still in an old furniture, if I was still in an antique store like my father and I did years ago, I would have purchased that and put it in there. None of this is old stuff, but that gate leg table was nice. There's a modern take on a Morris chair. Let's look over here. Okay, that's plastic because somebody will ask me. And wait a minute. No, that's nice old china, our old American dinnerware, but no. Okay, I see a ton of this, and I really don't buy it. It's I can't do much with it. It's the Hawking, yeah, with the gold on. Here's more of it down here. Boy, I'll tell you, a lot of churches had this. Had just, you know, hundreds of pieces of this. This was a kind of a standard church hall, fellowship hall, mid-century pattern. Anchor Hawkings. I forget what it is. Shell, anniversary. I don't know. I can't remember. All right, I'm just going up and down the aisle here, and I'm not stopped. I move pretty quickly. My eye is trained to look for certain shapes, colors, and when I don't see them, I keep it rolling. Okie doke. Thanks for going thrifting with me today. You saw in this video just a few moments ago that I just purchased this cream and sugar. And while I was in the store, I said to myself, I can't remember if I've already got this at home or not. Well, I knew I either had the Duncan and Miller set or the Anchor Hawking set, but I didn't realize I had both. That's not a problem because it's a teachable moment. Okay, now, let's have a teachable moment. If I may assume the posture, let's hold up the open sugar bowls. This set I already had, or this one I already had, and this one I bought today. I want you to begin training your eyeballs. What do most of us do when we walk into a thrift store and we see something on a shelf? We immediately pick it up and do what? Turn it upside down. Stop turning stuff upside down right away. Now, why is he harping on that? Not to offend harp players. Let's pick another instrument, a trumpet. Why is he trumpeting on that? Well, fakes can be marked, obviously. But also, these pieces are telling us. They're telling us which company made them. They're telling us which one is more expensive. And there's nothing on the bottoms. It would be easy if it said right there who the maker was and what the pattern was. But it don't. So what should we be doing instead of just turning it upside down right away? Look at it. Yeah. Well, look at the two. It's the first thing I'm going to do. And I'm going to say, which one appears to be better quality glass? Which one has a little more sparkle? Maybe a little more clarity. Did you say this one? Okay, now let's give it the rub down. We're going to take this piece of glass and do this. Ooh, I feel some roughness to this. Now, there's roughness to these little points, but wait a minute. Let's try this one. Ooh, smooth as a kitten's ear. That one. Ooh, that's a little rough. That feels like the back of Uncle Henry's ear. Well.
I can remember dancing evening once at the country club with an elderly man that run his tongue around my ear, which I didn't enjoy at all. But he said he thought that being he was drunk and I was drunk, it didn't make any difference. I called him a lecherous old goat and told him it made a big difference to me whether I was drunk or not.
You know what I'm saying? Think about a dish of ice cream. You've just scooped it out and you can see it in the dish. Then the telephone rings and you're on the telephone for about 5 minutes. When you come back, that ice cream has sort of, well, it's melted just a little bit. It's smoothed over just a little bit. You can see that, yeah? So what's happening here? Fire polished glass. After this came out of the mold, it went back into the fire, which gently licked it and melted the surface a little bit, smoothed it out. We don't have roughness here on these handles. Okay, you don't feel like you're going to cut yourself. That's smooth. This one, ooh, yeah, I feel the roughness. And you will too. What does that tell you? Fire polished, not fire polished. Better quality. This one is actually heavier too. Now, heavier doesn't always mean better quality, but in this case, this is the better quality piece, and we'll cut to the chase. That's the Westmoreland English hobnail. That's the Anchor Hocking Miss America. Now be careful, Googlers. Googly, googly, googly. When you Google might not be able to tell you which is which. So that's another reason why it's really important to study. Oh my goodness, your eyeball just goes to this and immediately says department store glass, jewelry store glass, right? Strawbridges and Bambergers and Marshall, Neiman Marcus and John Wanamaker. Yeah, better quality. This is fine, but this is dime store. Giveaway, Murphy's, Grant's, you know, give it away at movie theaters in boxes of oats. This is the Anchor Hocking pattern called Miss America, and it looks very much like the English hobnail pattern. Now, there are other little differences. You'll see this little line around here. Hocking does that on their on a lot of their glass, but on the English hobnail, on the Miss America mold, you'll see that line, and it's rough. I mean, I'm feeling that, and that could snag, and even here on the handles, that could snag a really delicate piece of silk. You don't have that line here on the English hobnail made by Westmoreland, and this is just as smooth as it can be. So everybody imitated each other. This was enormously popular, and it was produced for decades. That would have cost you more money. When the ladies are coming over for lunch, you know, the ladies, you're going to use the better stuff. You might use that for every day. So, two patterns that look identical, different layer, a different quality, and we can see that by the eye and the feel. We don't have to turn it upside down and look for something, even though we know there's not going to be anything on the bottom of that glass. Well, I just want to tell you thank you for joining me. What do you think? Do you like the English hobnail and the Miss America pattern? You can mix and match them. And I have a collection of it, and I'm starting, since this I already had, this I will pass on, and I'll keep the higher quality, the heavier, the smoother, and the more brilliant glass here, made by Westmoreland. I'll keep this example, so because it's just a little bit nicer. Although I love the Anchor Hocking as well. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. And I, again, thank you for shopping with me. And we'll see you the next time. Until then, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop saying thanks for watching. Wait for the cat. And so long for now. Smooth as a kitten's ear. The back of Uncle Henry's ear, and a little hair on that. Not on mine. I just came from the haircut place. My ears are smooth. Just like Westmoreland. I've been fire polished.